of heat wave. Temperatures rising, it isn't surprising, you certainly can.
For laughter, joy, and happiness we're advancing with a song and a dance. If you're worried and you can't sleep, just count your blessings instead of sheep, and you'll fall asleep counting your blessings.
They would go to Elsa Maxwell when they had an axe to grind. They could always grind their axe well at the party she designed. Now the hatchet grinders all prefer to pound on the hostess with the mostest on the bar.
Love, you didn't do right by me. I'm back on the shelf and I'm blaming myself, but it's you. I could write a sonnet about your Easter bonnet and of the guy I'm taking to the Easter parade.
In 1934, Irving Berlin got a call from Hollywood. Movie musicals were in full flower. He was the genius, so movies wanted his touch. When he arrived, he was a big celebrity, and naturally everybody wanted to meet him. A very famous director walked up to Irving Berlin and told him how much he liked his new song. Berlin looked up at him and said, "Thank you, I like it very much too. I've used it lots of times." Well, Berlin didn't use many songs lots of times, but he did use some. A song associated with Fred Astaire in the 1940s was originally a hit in a 1929 movie. It was about Friday night in Harlem, and now in the original hit is Tommy Tune.
The well-to-do up on Lenox Avenue, on that famous thoroughfare, with their noses in the air, high hats, colored collars, white spats and $15, spending every dime for a wonderful time. If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where Harlem sits, putting on the Ritz. Spangled gowns upon a bevy of high browns from down the levee, all misfits, putting on the Ritz. That's where each and every Lulu Belle goes, every Thursday evening with her swell beau, rubbing elbows. Come with me and we'll attend their jubilee and see them spend their last 2 bits, putting on the Ritz. on the red. Thank you. Well, I can't tell you what a thrill it is to be a part of this evening. Mr. Irving Berlin, thank you for writing the songs that keep America singing and for writing the tunes that keep America dancing.
Good evening. I'm Madeline Kahn. There are those who would say that Berlin's perhaps most charming songs were written when he was quite young, such as the following example, which I will sing for you. Johnny was bashful and shy. Nobody understood why. Mary loved him. All the other girls passed him by. Everyone wanted to know how she could pick such a beau. With a twinkle in her eye, she made this reply. He's not so good in a crowd, but when you get him alone, you'd be surprised. He isn't much at a dance, but then when he takes you home, you'd be surprised. At a party or at a ball, I've got to admit, he's nothing at all, but in an easy chair, you'd be surprised.
At the height of the Depression or whenever we went through tough times, Irving Berlin was there to ease our cares away and remind us.
There may be trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance.
No one could take your mind off your troubles like Irving Berlin. His music set the world's feet tapping until you had to let yourself go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Williams, Diane Shore, and Billy Eckstein.
Stepping out with my baby, can't go wrong 'cause I'm right. It's for sure, not for maybe, that I'm all dressed up tonight. Stepping out with my honey, can't feel bad and feel so good. Never felt quite so sunny, and I keep on knocking wood.
They'll feast me sailing 'cause I'm trimming my sail.
In my top hat and my white tie and my tail. Stepping out with my baby, can't go wrong 'cause I'm in right. Don't ask me where's the day be, the big day may be tonight.
Marie, the dawn is gray.
Go in, pop Marie. I like it, darling. I'm
Waiting to find
spoken as you can.
that you'll surrender to me.
Dance with me, I want my arm around you. The charm about you will carry me to heaven.
I'm in heaven.
And my heart beats so that I can hardly speak.
And I seem to find the happiness I seek when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek.
Say it with music, beautiful music.
Somehow they'd rather be kissed to the strains of Chopin or Liszt.
Melody, mellow, played on a cello, helps Mr. Cupid along. So say it with a beautiful song.
Say it with music,
Beautiful music.
Somehow they'd rather be kissed to strange Chopin or Liszt. Beautiful, say it with a beautiful,
With a beautiful,
say it with a beautiful, say it with a
Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Bennett.
Thank you very much. From 1922 to 1926, Mr. Berlin wrote more hit songs than almost every composer in the history of popular music in the world. And in 1929, the year of the great crash, he wrote this song. Shaking the blues away, unhappy news away. If you were blue, it's easy to shake off your cares and troubles. Telling the blues to go. They may refuse to go, but as a rule they'll go if you'll shake them away. Do like the voodoos do, listening to a voodoo melody. They shake their bodies so to and fro. With every shake, a lucky break, proving that there's a way to chase your cares away. If you would lose your worried blues, shake them away. Take it, Joe. Do like the voodoos do, listening to a voodoo melody. They shake their bodies so to and fro. With every shake, a lucky break, proving that there's a way to chase your cares away. If you would lose your weary blues, shake them away. Shake them. Shake them. That's what the man says. Shake them. Shake all the blues away.
We were at war. And White Christmas became, instead of a war song, a peace song. Guys who were in New Guinea or in the Pacific who had no Christmases were dreaming of a white Christmas. I didn't do it. And may all your Christmases be white.
Almost a half a century ago, early in World War II, I was a young, very young, war correspondent stationed in Europe. To a continent engulfed at the time in bleakness, misery, there came a hit show from the United States performed entirely by soldiers called This Is the Army. It was written, well, by whom else? Irving Berlin. The show began on Broadway, and after a sellout tour across the United States, was turned into a movie starring Ronald Reagan and George Murphy. It then went overseas to entertain American and Allied troops right behind the front lines. In its 3.5-year run, the show raised close to $15 million, which, at Berlin's request, was donated to the Army Emergency Relief Fund. One of the show's highlights was Berlin himself singing the song that expressed his own lifelong lament and became something of a rallying cry for every soldier of the world around. Oh, how I hate to get up in the morning.
Oh, how I hate to get up in the morning. Oh, how I'd love to remain in bed, for the hardest blow of all is to hear the bugler call. You gotta get up, you gotta get up, you gotta get up this morning. Someday I'm going to murder the bugler. Someday they're going to find him dead. I'll amputate his reveille and step upon it heavily and spend the rest of my life in bed.
Hey, fellas, get a load of this wire.
Anybody I know, John?
We're going on tour. What do you know, Boston, Philadelphia, Washington?
Washington? Hey, wouldn't it be something if the president came to see us, the chief himself?
Yeah, wouldn't it be something if we could get this makeup off our kisses before the war's over?
You said
This is the Army, Mr. Joe.
Jack Lenny, dancer. This is the Army. Music was Mr. B's way of saying what he meant. When we were at the Palladium Theatre in London, Mr. Berlin was invited to sit in the royal box. He said, imagine me, an immigrant boy, representing America to the King and Queen of England. But we could imagine it because Mr. B was our flag, and we waved him proudly.
My name is Herbert Fluker, a private, a tap dancer, and this is the Army. A show-stopping number called What the Well-Dressed Man in Harlem Would Wear made us the first integrated unit in the United States Army. We traveled together as a group of human beings, black and white, American soldiers, trying to do something for our country. We had a leader who treated us all like sons, and that was Mr. Berlin. I'd like to say to Mr. Berlin, I hope you live another 100 years. Mr. Berlin, this is the Army.
The Boy and Girl Scouts were another beneficiary of Irving Berlin's great generosity, with royalties from the one song that he said took no push to get started. In 1938, when Kate Smith asked him for a song that would speak to all Americans on the verge of war, Berlin took out of his drawer one he had written years earlier, but had never used. Like everything else, it may have been his song when he wrote it, but it became a song for all of us. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Marilyn Horne.
While the storm clouds gather far across the sea, let us swear allegiance to
I don't know if anything could possibly have happened that touches me as deeply as this medal. God Bless America isn't just a song that I wrote, but it expresses my gratitude for the opportunities and the freedom to write that song and to the country that inspired it. Thank you very much.
How do you wish happy birthday to a man who gave us everything? We can't sing happy birthday because that's one of the few songs he didn't write. But he did write one song that means more to us in our business than anything else. And it is so fabulous to sing it for the man who wrote it. There's no business like show business, like no business I know. Everything about it is appealing. Everything the traffic will allow. Nowhere do you get that happy feeling when you are stealing that extra bow.
There's no people like show. Everything about it is appealing. Everything that traffic